welcome back to Frenchies Bakery. Today we are going to be making my 21st birthday cake. Last year I actually made a stitch cake and I will put the link in the description below if you'd like to check it out. It was an awesome cake and I was trying to think of something that I wanted to make this year, but for some reason I was not going towards like a character or anything. I was going towards just this really cool, pretty cake that I just thought of in my head, and I'm going to try and put it together, and I figured it would be really fun to just do this together and just have a nice fun video. If your 21st birthday is coming up or anybody that you know, you could make this cake. I'm actually using a recipe that is not mine. I found it on Pinterest a long time ago and I screenshotted it, and I'm finally going to test it out. I hope it works. This is going to be a semi-naked cake and the cake is actually white, so we'll see if it shows to be icing or not. This is kind of just a test run, but the cake looked so yummy and I'm really excited to try it. If it is really yummy, obviously I am going to really recommend it, and then you guys can try this recipe at home as well. It looked super moist and fluffy and just, it looked really, really good. So I'm super excited to try it. I actually was going to do a lot of St. Patrick's Day videos for you guys, but actually we had a very big family emergency with our male bulldog last week. If you want to get caught up on that, you can go ahead and check out their Instagram, 3 Bulls in a Pod. I tried to sum up a little bit of what was going on, and we will keep everybody updated on how he's doing. Hopefully he's going to keep getting better and better, and he's supposed to be home Friday, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. And actually my birthday is not until next Tuesday, so we're actually going on a cruise for my 21st birthday to the Bahamas. I'm going with friends and family and I'm so excited, but I wanted to create this birthday cake for myself because your 21st birthday is pretty big. For a girl, it's 13, 16, 18, and 21. So this is my like last hurrah to make a really pretty fun cake and have it be like a huge deal. Every other year it can just be like a normal cake. But yeah, so I'm gonna assemble this, and like I said, I figured it would be really fun to do it with you guys. So how we're gonna do things is we're actually going to mix the cake batter together, and then we're gonna pop it in the oven, and we are going to make our ganache and icing while it is baking, and then while the ganache is setting up, we'll let the cakes cool and then we'll decorate it, and that's really kind of the game plan here. So we're gonna head over to the KitchenAid mixers and we're going to whip up this cake batter. Alrighty, so I just preheated my oven to 325. So while that's preheating, we will start our cake mix. This recipe actually called for some boxed cake mix. Very interesting, but you know, we'll see how it works out. We're basically just going to be spicing up this Betty Crocker white boxed cake mix. Spicing it up a lot actually. So it calls for 2 regular sized boxes. And you just want to pour that in. We're going to pour in all the dry ingredients first. We have our flour here. It calls for all-purpose flour, and it wants 2 cups. And then 2 cups of granulated sugar. And then 1.5 teaspoons of salt. We're just gonna whisk all of that together. And then we just add the rest of the ingredients. So we have 2 2/3 cup of water, 1/4 a cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then this is actually an almond cake, but I don't wanna use almond because I don't know, I don't think I would like it very much, so I'm just going to keep it vanilla. So we're just gonna keep the vanilla extract in here, but if you do wanna make it almond, just add 2 teaspoons of almond extract. And then 2 cups of sour cream, so this is gonna make it super, super moist and just really, really yummy. And then 8 large egg whites, which comes out to be 2 cups. We're going to mix that for about 2 minutes, so I'm gonna let it go slow for a second, and then we'll speed it up to about medium speed and let it just whip up for 2 minutes. So they didn't give me a specific time on how long to put these in, so I'm gonna guesstimate 25 to 30 minutes. I'm sure those should be very runny because they're very, very full. We'll see how this works out. It said to fill it over the halfway point. I'm hoping it doesn't overflow, but we'll see. So we're gonna try 25 to 30 minutes. Just check on them. And once a toothpick comes out completely clean, then we know that they are finished. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven, and then we are going to move on to the ganache and the buttercream. All right guys, so I actually went ahead and made the ganache. I'll just explain it really quick. It's super simple. All you're going to need is some chocolate and some heavy whipping cream. So I'm using blue, so I got some candy melts at Hobby Lobby. You can get it at any craft store. Or you could also just use regular white chocolate and add some food coloring in with the heavy whipping cream. This is 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream and 1/4 cup of chocolate. You're always going to do equal parts. You're gonna heat up the heavy whipping cream for 30 seconds, put in the chocolate, stir it around, and then just let it set up for about an hour. And once it's the good consistency to drip down the side of the cake, then you're good to go. It's very, very simple. So just let it sit and set up. If it becomes too thick, you can pop it back in the microwave for about 5 seconds. And if it's still too runny, you can also pop it in the fridge for about 5 minutes. So that is really it. We are going to move on to the buttercream, which is also a very simple thing. So let's head back to the KitchenAid. All right, so moving on to the buttercream, I have 2 cups of softened butter in my bowl already. Now, my little tip and trick for my buttercream is I use 2 sticks of salted and 2 sticks of unsalted. So it's not too overpowering, but there's also a nice kick of salt with your cake, so it's not so sweet. So you get a little bit of sweet and salty there, and it is very good. I actually just started doing this within the past few months, and the first cake I made with it on, I got the most amazing reactions from people, so this is my new thing to do. So all you're going to need is just 2 cups of butter, and then I also put about a tablespoon of vanilla in there, and then we are going to do 10 cups of powdered sugar. So what I do is I put in 2 cups of powdered sugar, and then I put in 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, and then I alternate. Put in 2 more cups, and then put in 1 more tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, and I just keep doing that, and then I whip it up for about 3 minutes afterwards to make it nice, light, and fluffy to really ice that cake super easily. And that's really it. It's super simple, and I'm going to whip that up and then get these cakes out, and we will get to decorating. All right guys, so I baked these for roughly 32 minutes. And the only thing I'm noticing so far is the centers of them sunk in, but other than that, they baked so well. They look like they're gonna be really, really yummy. I kind of expected this though, since it is a white cake. It's just strictly like white. There wasn't gonna be much caramelization, so we'll see how the cake shows through the icing. I think it's still gonna be really pretty though. So we're just going to do the 6-inch layer cake first, so the 8 inches can cool some more. Since they're bigger, they need more time to cool. So I'm just gonna put some icing in between each layer. Look at how flat that bottom is. So pretty. Semi-naked cakes are very, very easy. It's basically like a crumb coat, but you're even gonna be taking off more icing than you normally would. So we're gonna plop some icing on the top and just spread that out nice and flat. And then we're just going to work our way around the sides. Now we are going to use our scraper and just scrape around the whole side and just keep doing that until the cake shows through. And then we will smooth off the top. And then I'm gonna pop this in the fridge, and we are going to do the 8-inch layer next, and it's gonna be the same exact thing, just fill in between the cake layers and push really hard so the cake shows through. All right, now that we have our cake completely iced, we are then going to put on the ganache. So I'm just gonna put some on the top here. And then before I finish smoothing it out, I'm actually gonna start my drips. So we're just gonna do a burst of pressure, and do it the whole way around the cake. Alright, so I'm going to stick in 2 support straws just so the cake doesn't sink whenever we put on the top layer. And then I'm gonna pop this back in the freezer, and then we're going to do the same exact thing to the 6-inch cake. So my cakes have been cooling in the freezer for about 10 minutes. So I am going to just plop this right on top. And then I actually have some fake flowers here. I do not like to use real flowers because a lot of the times they are actually poisonous and I don't like to wrap them. It's just much easier to get fake ones and cheaper. So I'm actually going to be placing them in the top of the cake here. I'm just gonna stick a few in. Maybe we'll just do 3. And then a few leaves, just like so. So I'm actually not going to cut into this cake tonight. I do like to take pictures of my cakes with natural lighting instead of lights, because I think that it makes the cake look worse, not great quality. So I'm going to take pictures of it tomorrow, and I may have a clip up after I say my goodbyes of me cutting into it tomorrow. But I actually made some cupcakes with the leftover batter, so I'm gonna taste test this. It came out so fluffy and smooth. So I'm just gonna take a little piece of cake and some icing and we'll see how it tastes. That is so good. It's a little bit drier than I expected, especially because all that sour cream. But it's still really, really yummy, and I love my cake super cold, so it's gonna be even better tomorrow once it sits in the fridge overnight. But that is actually a very, very good recipe, so I highly recommend it if you are looking for a new vanilla cake recipe. And it was super easy to make. You just pour a bunch of stuff in a mixing bowl and whip it up. So yeah, very simple, and I think that this is so pretty. I actually forgot the finishing touch, hang on. We obviously need the number 21 on top. So I got some sparkly numbers. If you have a Hobby Lobby nearby, they have the best stuff there. I figured silver would look best with this cake instead of gold. So I think I'm just gonna place it right here. Cute! I love it, it's so pretty. This is totally like so different from last year's birthday cake that I made, the stitch one, but I think that this is so elegant and pretty and simple, and it tastes great. And yeah, this was really, really fun. I had a great time sharing my almost birthday with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you really like this cake, and maybe you'll be making it for your birthday or somebody else's. And definitely tag me in any pictures that you get of the cake. I'm pretty obsessed with this one. I think it's really, really pretty and totally me, because this is like my favorite color. As you can see, all my mixers are blue and everything in this kitchen is blue. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Bye.